right hand when you play?
My right hand?
Yeah.
Pretty much like this.
Okay. So that works. Like this area is not an area I would normally play to get like the best optimal tone out of it. So for me, like the area I like to play is from like here to here. You know, like right there. I would consider that the sweet spot. Okay. I would just look at these holes right where they end there. That's where I would consider it. So and then I always rest. Like this helps. If you rest your hand kind of like this, so then you're right there in that spot. Yeah, that's the best sound. You can go up here to get like different tones. Like I do that sometimes, like you know, if I'm playing chords or something, and then come back. Because like Dobro, I consider it's a pretty instrument, but it's also like an aggressive instrument. You know. So back here is like more aggressive sound. Up here is a prettier sound, like mellow. And then left hand, can I see how you? See, that looks great. And here's something like I don't know if everybody does this, but for me, this is what I found that works. So like, say I was playing a C, like which is 5th fret. So if I'm trying to play a lick over that, and I'm wanting to move my hand, like I always keep these back here almost as a guide, right? They're muting strings, these two fingers, but they're also there for me to move slightly off of. And I know, like in my head, I know that's 2 frets. I just know that because that's as far as I can reach when my fingers are down. So if I can see, I know. That makes sense. So it's a lot of, you know, muscle memory, but that helps if you'll leave those down and just kind of get that. And there's times where you'll have to, you know, slide way up. But yeah, but all your technique looks good. Just remember, like, keep these planted. And that's hard for me too, because sometimes when I'm rolling, I have to let these go. Like, you know, I have to pick these up because some reason they want to move. But
Yeah.
all right. So first thing we'll work on is roll, and it's going to be a G roll. I can't promise you that I do these exactly right, but this is just the way I learned them. So yeah, I do it as I always start off like a banjo. So a banjo always starts. That's the best way to start it. And then we'll just start from here. So that's going to be 5th fret on your D string, your low D.
Okay.
Can you just fret your low D? So like where you just bring this over. Yep. And then you'll start with your thumb. And then your pointer finger. It's okay. And then you're going to have to use this finger next on the G string.
So here.
Yeah. And then with your pointer finger, your G string, and then back to this D string, fretted, and then high D, and with your middle finger. Yep. So after that, you'll come back and catch this G again with your pointer. So in all, that's. That's where we got to, right? And just make sure that D string you hit with your okay. So after that, we'll come back and catch again. So that's a G.
And then this again.
Yep. And then your low D fretted. Yep. And then your high D with your middle.
Yep. I can't remember that.
So that's pretty much the pattern there. So in all, I'll do it slow. It should sound. just that pattern over and over. So G. Yeah.
And then. Wait. Okay, so. G again.
Yep, that's right. And then G. It's G low D fretted. D. That's right. D. Yep. It's just that over and over. That's the pattern.
Okay.
So I mean, and fast it makes a lot more sense. Like if the song is like right there, it'd be. And sometimes like your thumb is like a free agent, right? So it can move, it can hit any string. Okay. Like sometimes you'll play high, and it always plays these. So like sometimes if I'm rolling fast, I'll let my thumb play these two back to back, like you know. So. Like right there where it does them back to back, I'll just do that as almost a sweep where it just does that. So yeah, let me hear it one more time. Yeah, it's really close. Yeah. Yeah. So just it's a matter of where you're putting like pauses, you know.
Mhm.
So like 1, 2, 3. If that's timing, it's. Does that make sense? And then there's other rolls, like I would work on that first, because
Yeah.
like some of these other ones, like a C roll, I would consider it to be hard because it's like there's a lot of movement in the bar. It's a, that's a lot of this, you know.
Yeah.
So I would work on the G stuff first, and that's not the only roll there. Like, so there's ways like when you're playing rolls, you'll roll through like a melody, if that makes sense. Like that's the one we learned. But that's rolling through a melody. But like sometimes on Dobro, like if you have banjo going, there's no sense for you to roll, really. You know, you don't want to compete with a banjo. But okay. And then I told you we were going to work on Fireball Mail. Did you get a chance to listen to that? It's a pretty easy song.
I forgot to do
It's
it.
okay. Well, it's an easy song either way.
Forgot
And
too. They went out jamming
Hey, I
to
don't
find
I went out
jams and
jamming
we
too. I
forgot.
don't blame you. So it's either that or we can learn something slower. Like slower is going to be easier. You want to do that?
Let's try Fireball at first.
Okay.
And then if it seems too hard, then.
It's a lot of rolls, like, so that makes it hard. But I'll try to play it without rolls first and see if that makes a little more sense. So it starts off with the G. So with yeah. So you'll go. So that's G, D, G, and then it's gonna be E. So D fretted 2 frets.
This one?
Do D string
No,
fretted
D.
right here on the 2nd fret. Yeah, so. It's okay. Just move those fingers down on the string each.
So here?
Nope. Right here. Start with this pointer finger on your G string. Yep. And then E. And then we're gonna slide that up into our roll, right? So. Hit it before you slide it up. So try it one more time. Dun, dun, dun. And then, yeah. Yeah, and when you hit that, you'll hit the next G string too as you're sliding. So. Yeah. So without the roll, that's right. That would be the melody of the song. So.
Second, right?
Okay. Yeah, second on your D string.
Oops.
It's okay. That's all right. Yeah. One more time. Yep. And then you'll hit your B open, your high B, which is second. And then you'll start on your 3rd fret of your G. It doesn't sound right now. Sorry, high G. And then you'll slide that down 1. Slide it down to fret 2. And then open, so like let off of it after you slide it down to 2. So yeah. So one more time, just that part. Just the way that works. So it's open B and then quick to that 3rd fret of your G.
On the right string, right?
Yeah, you good. Well, this is your G, so yeah, you'll hit the B first and then G. Yeah, and then you will leave that ringing too. Like sometimes I'll mute that. I'll mute that B after I hit it, so like just these fingers are muting it. It's hard for me to explain muting. That's really the hardest thing, you know. But so yeah. And I'm muting that. I feel like I'm muting it with my pinky down here, that B string after I hit it, like. Yeah, so one more time. Yep. Can you start from the front and play it that far? So it was. G first with your pointer finger on the high G. Yeah, and then B with your pointer finger. That's okay. That would be B and then fretted 3rd fret on your high G. So make sure that finger is always laid down on there. Yeah, it's hard. I know. This is the most awkward hand position ever. I understand.
So it was.
Well, the G first. Make sure that finger hits the G. Yeah, and then the next thing you'll do after that is a E, which is D, your low D on 2. And then open D. Yep. So in all that should be. So something, I know this is hard. You might be used to playing right there, but try to
Yeah, I
keep
was
that hand
gonna
back.
say that
Yeah.
too. Remember to put your hand backward.
It's okay. It's a weird instrument. And you find where you like the tone up best. If you like the tone up in here better, that's fine. There's, just as a rule of thumb, make sure you rest. Find somewhere that you like. Like the in there sounds great too. I know guys who play there and here, but I just like this spot. So. Then B. So here's something. you're about to slide from 3rd fret on your G. You can also slide from 4th. Like either one of those is correct with this melody. So you can do that, or either way works. So whether you start that G, that slide on the 3rd or the 4th, either way is going to be right. So however you want to do that. So it makes it a little harder to miss if you go up to 4, because then if you accidentally miss it by 1, you're fine, you know.
Okay. I keep forgetting.
It's okay. It's on this G string, you'll either play your 3rd to 2nd or 4th to 2nd.
Okay, so
I'm not sure why it's resorting to this. Why? You know, I know it's a weird hand position. And it could be a bar thing, you know.
So then I start at 4th or 3rd and slide up.
Yeah, you'll hit the B first, the open high B. Yeah. We'll just stick with 3rd for now. Yeah. And then open, and then an E, which is 2nd fret of D string, and then open D. Yeah. One more. Yeah. That's right. Yep. And then it's the exact same thing again for the first part. So one more time on that. Just the second part.
Just the second part, so
It's the
sliding
exact
up.
same thing. So that where we started again. Yeah. And then play a high D with your middle finger, and then play a high B with your pointer, and then come up here to your 7th fret and bar a D, leaving this D open, okay? So when you bar it, this is hard to get used to, but make sure that's, you know, parallel to the other side. So and then yeah, and then it's a strum with your thumb pretty much to the G, from G to G. And then you're pulling this D.
So
Yeah, and it's kind of a fast one. Just look at it as you're trying to hit this at the same time as you finish this, if that makes sense. So it's okay. Yeah. So play it one more time. Play that first part, and all it goes. And then pretty much, or so you can look at that as just this strum if you want to do that. That makes it easier. So that second part. D twice with your middle finger, and then high B, and then fret 7th, all of it, even up to the B string up there, and then just leave that D open. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I don't actually think I fret the B. I just do that, and then I kind of mute it with, you know, one of my fingers back here, so I don't get that high B. Yeah, that's right. And then you want to just go from the beginning and see if you got it up to that point. So if I were playing that part, I would do my first finger for the G, right? And then twice on the D with my thumb. And the reason for that is when you start doing rolls, these fingers are going to be in the right spot for those rolls for that. So, because that's where your roll starts. But right now we're just sticking to the straight melody of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get used to that and it'll help you a lot. It's close, yeah. Play the first part one more time. So.
Gotta remember to slide.
Sorry, play it from the beginning, like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, play it all the way through. Start it. Yep. And then B. That's a slide from 3rd fret on your G. Down.
So when I'm doing this, do I use my thumb all the way up here?
You
or
do,
would I
yeah.
still...
Yeah, that's what, I think I was getting at that a minute ago. So your thumb, consider it a free agent. It can play any string on here, right? Whereas this finger here, like my pointer, I only play those. I don't really ever play any other string with that. And then this finger, I only really play my high D with it. And maybe the B every once in a while. But yeah. So thumb, anyhow, if this finger is playing the string, then your thumb always plays the string below it, and your middle finger always plays the string above it. Does that make a little more sense? So if my pointer's playing a B, then my thumb will play the G, and my middle finger will play the D. So it's always like in pairs, like or in threes like this. No matter where I'm. Start again. And then that's when you play 1 second. Then you play a D twice with your middle finger, and then B, and then that's when you fret. Yep. And then so the next part of the song, this is how you finish it, is D, high D. Twice, E, high E, and then slide that up to 5th fret. Yep, so. Yeah, and then we're going to do a pull off on our E position here on. Yeah. Yeah. So the important part of that is pull these fingers
sure
off.
It's not muting it.
Pull them off at the same time the bar comes off the string. And it's not a big pull, you know, like I'm doing that to exaggerate what I'm doing, but it's, you know, you can just, you know, yeah, try to keep your hand on there because you're about to have to be right back on the fretboard. Keep this pinky down and just pull that bar off. Just don't let the pinky mute that string, okay? Yeah. And then you'll hit a B. And then you can either hit this string open, well that's what I would do. So and all that's pulled off, B, high D, and B. Yep. And then I D. So in all, that's. And then slide it up to 5th fret. So 5th fret. And one more here. Yep. And then you'll do the pull off of your 2nd fret. And then B. And then D.
So it's
Yep.
and then this again.
Yep. Yep, that's right. One more time. Yep. That's right. Yep. Good job. And then the last part of the song is start here again. And then same thing.